Ladies and gentlemen, this is L number 1 in K. You tune into the journal.
Cannon.
Trying to show the growth of my music. Link 215 here.
Trying to make the
Let's
music
talk
change the
battle rap. Battle rap rankings, battle rap superstars, whatever you want to call this, man. Here's what we rank our best favorite, our non-favorite battle rappers. See where they rank to number 1 to 100 to find out who's the greatest of all times. So we here to talk about VERB, and I ain't by myself. You know what I mean? I'm not with Bonds either. Sorry, Bonds, haven't heard from you in a while. You still my brother, but I'm here with another brother.
Yes,
my
indeed.
man,
Yes, indeed.
ELS. Talk to the people.
Hey, what's going on, people? How y'all doing out there? Today we got a really good segment for you guys. We're talking battle rap rankings, and of course we gotta rank these battlers, man. But today, who we ranking today?
Oh, it's VERB, man. One of the GOATs, one of the kings of St. Louis, as they call it in the battle rap world. We just got finished watching this good old battle with Couture at 40.
That was a battle?
No,
Or
it was
was it
a
a
body.
body?
It was a body.
Okay.
It was a body. So, I mean, 40 had body, but then she got bodied. Bar. So let's talk about VERB. So before we get there, we got 10 categories, right? And out of them 10 categories, you could get 1 through 10 for each category.
Per category, yes.
Now, one category, if you like, somebody could get the golden stat. You know, if you ever play Streets Volume 2 and all that shit, if you get like 5 points to your stat, but you could get this one extra stat that could make that one thing golden.
Make it golden.
So we call it the golden stat. So remember, one category, if you feel the person is justified is not the right word. If deserving is that nigga, that God, you can give him an 11. So let's talk about the categories.
All right, so
what we got?
First category we got, I think, is the most important category, and that would be pen.
Very
pen
simple.
game.
How great your pen is.
Penmanship.
Exactly. That's very simple.
Right.
What else?
So the second category would be delivery, which is
how you give it to us.
Just as important as pen.
Yes, it can make your pen seem better than what it is, and it can make it seem worse than what it is.
All depends on how you deliver it.
That's 40 bars. Okay, so what we got next?
Third would be presence. That's always a big thing.
Yeah, it's hard to judge for people. Actually, it's not an easy thing to judge, but presence, you already know what it is. It's like not quite fame, but with somebody walking around, things change. When they hit the stage, you know it's a big fight feel.
Yes.
So what we got after that?
After that, coming in at number 4, we have performance.
We know what that is. Stage performance is very simple.
Yes.
You look at the great, somebody like Hitman Holla.
Yes.
11.
Yes.
11. Somebody like 40. Let me stop bagging on 40 because I try
We
to
love
bag
you.
40.
We love you,
Let's
40.
stop.
I love you. I definitely love you, 40. But.
Okay. So what we got. Let's go. So
back.
quotes.
Yes, quotes would be coming in at number 5. You know, we've all can tell what a quote is, what a line is that you may have stuck to, you may have hit you like, I like that, I remember that. I mean, even if it's from 5 years ago, you still know what it was.
Yeah, there's no point for me to add on to that. That's a great situation. Wow, description. I'm just saying anything.
Right.
Now, what's on the next category?
Number 6, we have comedy, jokes.
Yeah, how do you make the crowd laugh?
Are you funny?
Can you make the crowd laugh at your opponent? Sometimes you could literally win a battle of making somebody look laughable, so you don't even take them seriously.
Very, very true.
So who we got? What we got after that?
After that, we have one of my favorites, replayability. How much can we look at you?
Yeah, replayability is
how many times can we look at you?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, do we want to watch you? And when we watch you, do we get something new? Do we hear new lines we never heard before? Somebody who's good at this, twerk. If you listen to twerk sometimes, even though he might mess up a round, it be parts of that round you didn't hear that you go like, man, that was crazy. So what we got after that?
Very true. After that, coming in at number 8, we have freestyle ability. This to me is a very unique category because
everybody don't score high in this one.
Everyone doesn't score high in this one, which makes it unique, and plus it's a hard thing to do well. Now you can everyone can try to have freestyle ability, but not everyone does it rather well. So that's a unique category to me, and I'm excited to rank VERB on where we.
Okay. So what we got next?
After that, coming in, we have at number 9, originality.
Gonna speed this up. Very simple. Right? People know what originality is. Are you original? Do you do things different? Do you stand out to your temporaries?
Have you done things we don't see from others? basically.
I mean, but a lot of people want to rank low, except for Couture. Now, what do you have? What do you have there?
And lastly, but definitely not least, we have influence. Your influence over the culture.
This is always a hard category because this makes it hard for us to even think about newer people on the list because they don't have no influence and that would dramatically change their score because they just started. Somebody like Averb though, somebody like Moog, somebody like Hollow, Clips, like they've been around so long that you could see their style people took and grew from and even made it better.
Yes.
So now we got
Unless you're Lux, no one makes his style better. I'm sorry, B-Dot. I love you. I love you, but no one makes Lux style better than Lux.
Lux made it a hot round. I made it a hot career.
You did say that. That was a bar. That was a bar. A verb. Speaking of a verb.
Yeah. So we're gonna start right now on You got your cock ready? Your calculator?
Yes, I do.
So let's get it rocking. We're gonna start. I'm gonna say my score for the first one, then we're gonna go back and forth. You say yours on the second one after you go. Sam.
Yes.
Talking too much. Let's get to these rankings.
All right now.
We have pen game. Number 1 being very poor to all the way to the highest 10 being excellent.
Excellent.
I'm gonna people ain't gonna like me on this one.
What you about to say, man? Verb trash.
No, I give him an 8.
Okay. 8.
I give him 8. I think he has a good pen.
Okay.
He has a good pen. I don't know how to explain that. I saw some battles. I rewatched some battles again, and I feel like sometimes I see that he's excellent. Sometimes I feel like he's not up to par. So I put them scores together, and I came out with a solid 8.
Solid 8. Let me ask you one question before I give you my
problem.
ranking. Do you think sometimes he writes to his opponent?
Sure. I don't.
Okay.
Still an 8 performance.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go not quite 10. I'm gonna say 9. I say 9. I mean, clearly, if you've watched a verb throughout the years, I mean, when he first hit the scene for me, I know I seen him in I want to say 2009, maybe. I think that was the first time I seen him. When he was battling, actually, he was battling in the cold. Was it the cold? I think he was battling SB in the cold.
Yeah. Outside, right?
He was outside. Yeah, they had jackets on. They were in the cold battling. And from there, I think he grown. I think he's grown with his pen. I thought he was able to do different things, be more creative with it. I thought he showed growth. And for me, I not just because I'm a fan of Verb, but I'm a fan of just being able to write really well. I'm a fan of a writer, and I think as a writer, Verb is high up there. So for me, Verb is a 9 as far as pen is concerned.
All right. So next category is delivery.
Yes.
So what do you give him for delivery?
For delivery, I think it's a 9. I'm gonna go with a 9. I've seen again sometimes. Most times than not, I've seen Verb deliver really well. Even if the bars weren't quite as powerful, his delivery sometimes could carry some bars over. And I just feel as though when we're talking about a rapper or a battle rapper, being able to deliver is one of the most powerful things you can be able to do. And I think Verb does a good job at that. So I'm gonna give him a 9. Give him a 9 for that throughout his career. Yeah.
Okay. Again, delivery is hard for me again because Verb had that growl. Verb became a vegan and lost the growl. You know what I mean? Like
no more Von Doom.
Yeah, so it's weird when he liked to say lyrical a lot. So when he say his whole lyrical hot water, or lyrical sizzle, lyrical whatever, it sounds different without the growl. So I'm gonna have to leave points for that for overall, because it's for overall career, not just like hum present or hum in the past. So I'm gonna have to give him another 8.
Okay.
That's still high though.
Yeah, it's still high.
So I'm gonna go and talk about his presence. This was hard for me to think about, but his presence I think is grown definitely after the Mook battle. So I'm just gonna keep it short. I'm gonna give him a 9.
9 for presence?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
I think that really rised up when he beat Mook or had a great debatable with him, however people want to say it.
Right. It wasn't debatable, guys, but I mean, my co-host here thinks that it was. That's fine.
I think people think it was debatable, but
really?
Look,
the polls,
man, just whiskey mistake, bro. Whiskey business. Let's just get it right.
Right. Like that's not a breath a lot. No, we gonna. I'm going for presence. I'm going to say a 9. I know you guys probably thinking, wait, this guy, he's different. No, but a 9. His presence for me, I think again, he's shown growth. Even when you look at his presence in the one of his most legendary battles, which was Hitman and him in St. Louis. I thought even though Hitman was way better of a performer, and I thought Hitman presence was pretty strong as well in that battle. I just thought Verb was able to hold court with him, and I think he's grown from that. Even if you want to look at some of his other most recent battles or notable battles, I think even a battle with Mook, if you want to look back at his most recent battle, I thought his presence was pretty good. Even though Mook was, doing so much touching, Mook was really touching that.
Yeah, and the funny part, because RB said it would be no more touching, talking through rounds on his league, and he'd be penalized, and then Mook just did what he wanted there. But yeah,
and throughout it all, Verb stayed. He stayed strong. So I'm going to give his presence. I'm going to give that a 9.
All right. So what do you give him for performance?
Man, performance. I'm actually going to go for the career because we're talking career. We're not talking past. We're not talking present or what he most recently did. We're talking about the body of work throughout the entirety of his career. And I gotta say, man, people are gonna probably not agree with this, but I think his performance is on a 9. I think it's very high. I think
okay, all right.
I mean, even if whatever,
spit your round. Go ahead.
Any battle that you've seen Verb in, performance was except for that K-Shine battle. I don't know where.
That's a bad battle.
That's a bad battle on his behalf. Yes, but I mean, still, Hitman is going to give you performance regardless. You're going to always get that from him, regardless if it was a bad battle or not. You're going to get that. I don't think performance is Verb's strongest suit, obviously.
Give him a 9.
I did give him a 9, but
like it's not his strongest suit.
So
he got 10s and everything else. I get you. It's his. I got you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go 9. I'm gonna go 9.
Go with 9.
I'm gonna go 9 for performance. What you got?
7. Let's keep
7.
it moving. I like this guy's not a great performer. He's just not a bad performer.
Okay.
I never seen him. Like even when we seen with Couture, what did he do that's like that? What he do was like luck. So Hitman's not fair. Hitman gets 11 in performance. So I'm not going to compare anybody to Hitman. But some of these people that put on great performances, I think he does what he does. He comes with material. He's a legend. He comes there. He spits. He might throw a couple like hands might go up a little bit, but I don't think he like does anything to me that's crazy. So I'll just give him a 7. So next category is on quotes. Let's see what I give him here for quotes.
He laughing. He laughing.
I'm not a big Verb fan.
Oh, okay. That explains it.
Doesn't matter. I give him 8s and 9s. So like I give him high scores. For quotes, for me, I give him 8.
Okay.
So where you going?
For quotes, I'm going 10.
Okay.
I'm going 10. Come on, man. Do we gotta really explain? Do I need to quote anything from Verb? I mean, come on, man.
You convince
I
me.
ain't low like I'm anemic. Come on, man. Nina extension. Let me put my
That was in the same battle. I'll give him a 9. My bad.
All right.
That was hot.
I mean, like,
I give him a 9 for that. My bad.
Dude,
I'll go up a score.
he said he's gonna go up. I mean, but again, I think Verb has some of the most quotable lines. He always
then Big Juro, how you talk to your son. Yeah, he gets.
Hey, Big Juro. Yeah, I mean, again, this is throughout the career. I think he's done. I mean, throughout his career, I think he's given us some great battles, but I also think he's given us some
Roman candles. Yeah, you're right.
I'm waving too. Oh my goodness! Thank you, man. Yeah. So yeah,
Angels duck. Yeah. I'm bugging.
So, if we're gonna be honest, that Guardian Angel bar could probably be the best gun bar of all time, but we'll leave that for another discussion at another time, at a later date.
He's really asking for Tay-Rock to kill you. All right, so.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 10 for quotes. Okay. Even 10 for me.
So let's go.
Perfect 10. I'm sorry.
Let's go to humor. How was he in humor? A year ago.
Okay, so Verb prides himself on being able to write, performance, delivery. He doesn't really care to make folks laugh. I've been following Verb closely throughout his whole career. I hardly laugh at Verb's rounds. I'm more impressed by the pen. I'm more impressed by the performance and the delivery. I'm not really. I don't never really caught myself laughing at a Verb's round. Not saying he doesn't have jokes, because he's had jokes. I think he told Math one time, you hit a 120-pound boy and didn't drop him. I thought the look that he gave Verb was hilarious. I don't even know if that bar was meant to be funny or to be laughed at, but nonetheless, he pulled it off pretty well. But besides that, I don't see too many funny. And I'm pretty sure again he has funny lines, but I say for comedy jokes, I'm gonna give him a 6. He's gonna get a 6 from me.
All right, so honestly, I felt he was a 7 in this category.
Okay.
I've seen some stuff that did make me laugh. Definitely even the twerk battle, even we lost in. He was making fun of twerk. You know, like I just come up here smelling like backwoods, no cologne. Like he was just like he says little things like that during like battles, and it's funny. But I had to take it down 1 notch. I wanted to take it down 2, so I'm being nice. I was gonna give him a 5, but I gave him a 6 because the battle he had with Pastay was cringeworthy. He was trying to make me laugh, try to do this racist angle.
Didn't hit.
It was like, whoa, who told you this was good? So I just put him down 1 point for that.
Okay. Fair enough.
That cringeworthy. So I give him a 6. And next category, what do we have?
We have replayability.
He's replayable. I mean, with somebody who has a good lyrical style and has a presence, you're going to want to catch every line. Again, I'm not going to go crazy on it because I'm not a big fan of him. That means I don't play him a lot. I give him an 8.
Okay. I think Verb is very replayable. I think Verb has high replayability. Even in the battles where you may have felt he lost, he still was giving you, I think, if he cared about the battle. Because another thing with Verb, man, he doesn't sometimes seems to care about opponents or who he's facing, which makes it unwatchable from time to time, or he just flat out got killed, right? But when he is actually showing up to a battle and you may have felt he's lost, I think his material still stood out. And it's definitely rewatchable. I have Verb as for replayability 9. I think he's I think especially every battle that he's won, whether you consider the Hitman, whether you look at the Mook. I'm sorry, Mook, that last round, bro, come on. But
you're talking about you can't judge it, it's still going. He's still rapping right now.
Right. but I think Verb I'm gonna give Verb a 9 for replayability. I think he's very rewatchable. If that is a word, I think that's a word. Rewatchable.
It is.
All right.
So we're at number 8 right now.
Yes, we are.
And it's probably going to be his lowest score 1 in my opinion. Freestyle ability. I'm not sure. I mean, do you have like any cases you saw him freestyle successfully? I think he had to.
No.
It doesn't stick out.
Right. If now we got to be fair.
I'll be nice. I give him a 6. A 6 is fair. Him being a great writer, he should be able to freestyle a bit.
That's not true necessarily. That's not true.
Are you asking me to give him a 5? I mean,
no, I'm not asking you. I'm about to give you something. The fans might be mad at me about this one. Verb fans. I'm a Verb fan too, so don't jump on me about this. But you guys can correct me if you feel as though I'm giving him a ranking he doesn't deserve. But I'm going to go 4.
4?
Yeah.
4 is poor.
Well, I mean, have we seen him do it? Have we seen him rebuttal?
I can't remember.
We can't. Yeah, you can't.
I'm just showing love right now.
I mean, I want to show. We showing him love.
What?
He's pretty high. We showing him love. We here, listen, guys. Here we're not being biased. We're objective.
I won't give him a 5. I realized even when I never did like Loaded Lux here, but I always thought I'm going to give Loaded a 6 only because I physically remember him freestyling in the middle of a battle against Charlie Clips. And he flowed right with the kick wavy with the shirt. Like, okay. He just freestyle. And I realized.
And it was something that you remembered.
Yeah.
Correct?
Now
right.
I'm thinking like, oh man, he never does that.
Right.
So I really don't remember Verb ever, so I shouldn't give him a fear. Maybe like if I think he can do it, I at least should give him a 5. Then.
Right, you're going off of
so you're going 4. That makes sense because it's probably poor because he doesn't do it.
Right. Well, you know what? Because we haven't seen it, we'll say 5. I go 5. 5 makes sense, fair. Because again, we're going off of assumption, right? We're going off because he hasn't done anything memorable from a freestyle standpoint, so we can't really judge whether or not it would be poor. So just for giving Verse, we're gonna give Verse some love. I'm gonna say 5. Yeah, we'll say 5. I'll give him a 5.
All right, so what's the next category?
Next category is originality.
You want to go in this one? Or you want me to go?
Originality. I mean, yeah, I started off. It's not
Sure.
so. Originality, right? I'll give. When we talk about Verb, we're talking about, some of the things he done that others haven't done. I think he was one of the early guys to have a mid-round slogan. So it's showtime. I thought that was very, very original. Even with the breaking you down in the third round, talking to you, so to speak. That's what they do now in the third rounds, right? A lot of people take that talk to you approach. I think Verb was one of the few first rappers to actually do that, especially the way he said, "Yo, Big Jaro!"
Yes, sir.
That's the way you talk to your son, particularly in the third round. So I'm going to give Verb a 9 for originality. I'm going to give him a 9. Yes.
Patting the stats. Okay.
Before it was the lost nigga round, we had a Big Jaro. That's how you talk to your son. Third round. Just letting you guys know that. But
originality, man, it's hard to judge this with people. Like,
it is. But we talking about a legend.
I think a lot of legends are original. They're not. They're just carbon copies, but better versions of the last legends. Verb is original for me, different reasons.
Okay.
Because he was the first big name from his region, so
Very
he wasn't seeing St. Louis rappers
rap that well.
Yeah, and so I mean, St. Louis rappers is known to rap well. I mean, Nelly's a good rapper. He ain't corny, bro. He got bars.
I'm not. He got bars. Okay. All right. Okay, guys.
I am number one. 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody written. Okay. All right. So no, I mean, we wasn't used to
Andale. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I feel like Verb was different because when we were seeing Young Ill, we can see, okay, him and Verb got similarities because they're from St. Louis. Because some style we didn't get it. And being capital marketable at the beginning of his career, always trying to rebrand himself. Even Von Doom didn't last that long, but again, try to rebrand himself to who he's doing now. He's unique. I won't give him a 9, but I give him an 8.
Okay.
I give him an 8 because I feel like still he talks about the same shit everybody talks about.
Yes.
Like, so I want to give him like a 9 or 10.
That's
okay.
I mean?
So that's what I got for that. So
okay.
The next category should be.
This is a tough one. This is your influence.
Yeah, influence of the game.
Yes, this is your influence over the game, over the entire game. Have you been a big enough influencer for us to recognize?
It's hard because like some people I could blatantly see people take from them. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I blatantly send it from Verb.
You mean like K-Shine blatantly took from Twerk in that Geechee battle?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I mean, because we're talking about influence now. We're talking about influence. Okay, all right. That's
a lot of people do say that. So yes, that would be a clear case of influence.
Okay,
Definitely
I mean, because you said clear, so we just want to get
that be clear. Because sometimes you could tell who Mook inspired. You could tell who Lux inspired.
Hollow may have inspired.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes with Verb, I feel like since Verb is in this weird category of him just being great because being him, so it's like, yeah, he's lyrical, but a lot of guys are lyrical. So how can he? It's hard to showcase that them guys are lyrical because I'm lyrical.
Is it safe to say that he influenced the guys coming from his region? That was
well. That's what I'm trying to think of the Midwest move, like that whole movement. He seemed like he could have been a leader of. And did anybody take anything from him? Yeah,
like we look at the original 3 from.
Did people start wearing perms because of him? I don't know, man. Like I don't know.
Okay,
it's hard for me to judge him here, so I ain't gonna lie. I want to pass it to Els to see what he said to try to like get a mindset. Do I agree with what he's saying?
Because Link touched on you did touch on how a lot of people do the same thing. I guess they rap the same and things of that nature. So I look at originality. I'm sorry, not originality. Pardon me. I look at influence. Specifically, particularly a guy that came from the Midwest and was one of the first guys to do it. You then want to look at if he's influenced anybody that's come after him. So we have the original 3 from St. Louis, right? Which was Hitman, Ice Pack Ill, not
let's not
Crack Rock
disrespect
Ill, but
man.
Ice Pack
Cool,
Ill,
man.
Ice Pack Ill. I'm sorry, Ice Pack Ill, and of course,
Who was
Verb.
this nigga? That's crazy.
Right? That's
Disrespect.
man. So we look at the guys under there. So you got Magic that came from St. Louis, correct? The Midwest area. You had Magic. You had who else? Who else came from that Midwest scene a little bit after?
Midwest or St. Louis?
St. Louis. We do St. Louis. I'm sorry.
All right, you got VERB. You say you got Hitman.
After them though, like I mean, because Magic. It's safe to say Magic came after.
Yeah, he did come after. He was with Street Status.
Right.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Because the Midwest movement would be Detroit as well.
Right, but we're gonna because again
Chicago
you
like
can
that.
influence others from that entire region. It doesn't have to be just from your city. It can be from the entire region, and necessarily sometimes not even from your region. That's how big of an influence you can have. I am trying to determine if Verb had a big enough influence. Like I don't think he has. Again, this is a very very tough category to judge someone in.
Some people are obvious. Some people are like,
Right.
you have to do digging.
You have to.
I feel like I have to dig for me to even consider him as a 10. I have to.
He's
do
definitely
lot.
not a 10.
Yeah, I gotta. So it's like, well,
But just
I'll being the first is he is an
It's a big
influence.
right because without him doing it and without him performing so well, I think as well because sometimes you got to look at a guy's performance when he was one of the first to do it. He made people confident that they could bring their ability to. Pardon me, people.
And this is why you put things on solid when you're online.
That is very very true.
I thought the first time he was like,
For the next episode, we will do that. Pardon me. But again, he was one of the first people to bring. He was one of the first confident rappers from the Midwest to come to New York City and show and prove. And I think that alone is a big enough influence for the guys that came after him. So I'm going to give not a 10, but I'm going to give him an 8, a strong 8 for influence. Because I think without him, yes, you have Hitman, yes, you have Ice Pack Ill. But I think without him and the way he marketed himself, Captain Marketable, of course, the way he showed no fear in going to another region, particularly the Big Apple, the Mecca, right? This is the Mecca of bars. He came there, he showed and he proved. And I think that alone is a big enough influence for the Midwest. I think for Verb, I think that alone is a big influence. So I'm going to give Verb an 8 for influence.
I agree. I give him the same. So we're going to tally up our scores.
Yes.
And see what we have separately, then see what we have as a whole, and then we're going to tell you our ranking. So do you want to do yours first? You have 10 categories down, correct?
I do.
Okay, so we tallied up our scores.
Yes, we did.
So what do you have?
I
a
have
maximum of 100. You have a what?
Drum roll, please.
Philly nigga.
I have, out of possible 100, I gave him an 84.
Yeah, that's a lot higher than mine.
Is it now?
I feel like I was a little disrespectful here.
Disrespecting the legends, we can't have that.
Okay, so you got an 84, you said?
Yes, I have an 84 out of a possible 100.
So I have a 77. 77 because I never maxed them out in no category.
That is
You
true.
got a couple 9s.
Then he got a
8,
5 once.
Yeah. So it's more. Guess that would have added up. So we're gonna add up our channel score because it's gonna be both our scores together, and this channel happens to rank him at 80.5.
80.5.
Yes. I'm trying to think of the rappers I did before who end up with the same score, and I believe it's literally Past Day, Charlie Clips. So like Head Ice, all them people fell into that category.
80%. Okay.
Yeah, like 80.5. So
Okay.
somebody said before, if you look at the rankings, like a percentage, like is Verb better than 80% of battle rappers?
I would agree
like-
with that.
Yeah, and it'd be like, I guess it works that way.
Right. I can agree with that's something I think is very useful actually in determining how good someone is and how consistent they've been throughout their career.
It's career because it's not a present. Because if you look at somebody at their peak, a lot of things would have been 10 for me if it was like just talking about a portion of time.
Of course, but then we probably could do that with everyone except for Shotgun. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that.
All right, so look, Link 215 here. I'm here with ELS.
Yes.
I'm about to do so. I'm about to peace out. Probably watch some more battles. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. And I'll let you close it out.
It's your boy Els. Thought this was a great segment. I thought we had fun with it. Of course, always when we're doing a battle rap ranking and you're ranking a legend, nonetheless, you gotta take the time out to really appreciate, first of all, the body of work that this guy has put in, that this particular battle rapper's put in, and you go from there. So I want to say thanks to everybody listening. If y'all got any questions, any comments, leave them in the comments below, and we can go from there. Peace out, man.